My husband wouldn't marry me unless our prenup had an infidelity payout clause. 7 years later, I finally understood why. My husband Sean had been acting strange my entire pregnancy. Since month 3, he'd been dropping hints about how I'd cheated to anyone who would listen. But the strangest part was his obsession with our prenup from 7 years ago. He'd pull it out at dinner, pointing at the infidelity clause. $10 million from your family trust becomes mine if you cheated, he'd say. And DNA tests don't lie. I hadn't cheated. The accusation was insane. When I hit 8 months, I found divorce papers in his desk. The grounds were already filled in. Adultery. The amount, $10 million. The evidence section was blank, except for 2 words in pencil. Coming soon. My water broke on a Tuesday morning. Instead of panicking, Sean practically celebrated. He called his entire family and had his lawyer on standby outside the delivery room. This is going to be the best day of my life, he told the nurse during contractions. My wife's about to learn that choices have consequences. After 10 hours of labor, our daughter was born. The room went completely silent. She was beautiful, perfect, and unmistakably mixed race with light brown skin and textured hair. I stared in absolute shock. That's impossible, I whispered. I hadn't been with anyone else. Ever. Sean erupted in celebration. Yes, I knew it. Doctor, please document the baby's appearance for the record. He was already on the phone with his lawyer. We've got her. $10 million just like the prenup says. Sean, I swear on everything I never cheated on you. I sobbed, holding our newborn. He laughed. The baby says otherwise. He served me divorce papers the next morning while I was breastfeeding. His lawyer read the terms out loud, demanding $10 million from my trust fund based on clear evidence of infidelity. I called my family's lawyer, Mr. Torres, in tears. He arrived within 2 hours. Don't sign anything. Give me 2 weeks to investigate. Sean laughed. Investigate what? Look at her. Case closed. Give me 2 weeks, Torres repeated calmly. 2 weeks later, we met in Torres's conference room. Sean showed up with champagne, already celebrating his victory. He'd been posting on social media about his cheating wife and how DNA doesn't lie. Torres pulled out a folder thick as a phone book. We've completed our investigation. My client mentioned unusual symptoms during conception, unexplained sedation, memory gaps, injection marks on her thigh. Sean's champagne glass froze halfway to his lips. We pulled your credit card records. 9 months ago, you purchased medical-grade sedatives and insemination equipment. Sean went pale. That proves nothing. Your friend Terrence reported a break-in 9 months ago. Someone stole the reproductive samples he'd stored for IVF treatment. You can't prove that was me. Torres pulled up security footage. This is you entering Terrence's building at 2 a.m. This is you entering your apartment at 3 a.m. with medical supplies. This is you entering your bedroom where my client was sleeping after you drugged her tea. The room was dead silent. You inseminated your own wife while she was unconscious with stolen genetic material to trigger the prenup's infidelity clause, Torres said. That's sexual assault. That's theft. That's fraud. The prenup is void. You get nothing, and you're going to prison. Sean bolted from the room before anyone could stop him. He'd planned escape routes weeks in advance, disappearing through a service entrance with supplies he'd stashed. The FBI caught him 10 days later at a rental in Phoenix. They found journals detailing his scheme, dating back 14 months. One entry outlined exactly how he'd trigger the prenup. Another calculated the timeline to get the $10 million. The judge set bail at $2 million, which Sean couldn't pay. The grand jury indicted him on 12 counts: sexual assault, reproductive coercion, theft, fraud, and conspiracy. His lawyer tried arguing I must have consented. Torres destroyed that, showing the prenup was signed 7 years before Sean met Terrence or started planning. Sean refused a plea deal, insisting I'd been part of it. The case went to trial. The jury deliberated 3 hours, guilty on all 12 counts. The judge sentenced him to 25 years with no parole, calling it the most calculated betrayal of spousal trust he'd ever seen. The divorce was finalized a week later. I received full custody and all assets. The prenup Sean obsessed over for months got shredded in the courtroom.